we just did the dumbest thing. We actually left our camper up and we drove for, about 40 minutes down the highway. Welcome to another episode of
The Epic Family Road Trip,
the Empty Nest Edition. Hi, I'm Peter.
And I'm Carol.
In 2016, we sold almost everything we own, and we took our 3 teenage kids on an epic family road trip around North America and the world.
We knew we could always make more money, but we could never get back time.
As a family, we valued time more than money and experiences more than things. Along the way, our kids grew up into awesome young adults while developing the entrepreneurial skills and life experiences that have set them on their own adventurous paths. In our new chapter as empty nesters, our adventure continues, both off the grid at our cabin in the wilderness and on the road exploring distant places in our well-equipped expedition truck. Took us through Salt Lake City, and every time we come through here we always make sure to stop in at, if it's during the week, to stop in at Equipped. Our friends from Equipped, Paul May and his whole team, and they just moved to a new facility which is not that far from where they used to be, so we're going to swing in there and take a look at some of their gear. I think we might get seat covers. They have seat covers for the Ford F350 and a few other things, so let's go say hi.
That's pretty cool. I really like this. Look at that.
Oh, nice.
And then you have this comes out.
You just unfold it to a pillow.
Oh, no.
I want to see that. That
So you
is
don't have to
awesome.
worry about getting it dirty, and then the covers are cleanable too. So you can take that cover off and you can wash it. I believe by end of the year.
No, I love that idea. Because it's sitting up there anyways.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta use every surface twice.
Right.
Well, that was always nice to see Paul and the team at Equipped. Check them out. They have a lot of awesome equipment. They're actually the national dealer for Easy On tents and equipment. Actually, we picked up 2 Easy On chairs, which we can't wait to try. We got the idea when Pete was in Africa. Clay and his team had all these Easy On chairs. Pete said, "You got to check them out." So we got those, but he's a national dealer for Easy On National Luna fridges, which is a refrigerator we have in our trailer, and they are incredibly awesome. Trailer's still for sale, by the way. And Alubox. But in the Utah area, he deals scout campers and a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, definitely check him out. It's equipped1.com. Now we're back on the highway heading north to Bozeman. We'll probably get about halfway and find a camp, and then Friday we'll roll into town. We're looking forward to seeing Pete when he gets back from his expedition. We made a long drive today, all the way from San Rafael Swell in Utah, all through Idaho, and we are now in Montana. We're looking for a camp spot here in the National Forest. We'll let you know what we find.
Is it carrying up here?
I think so. Yeah, we went around this.
Okay, there's a whole bunch of campers down there. I think we went up this way.
Let's see.
Oh, there's a crane. See if I can get it.
Some beautiful sandhill cranes in the background there, but there's no feeling better than finding a camp spot like this, overlooking this beautiful valley. There's a river going through it. It's kind of hard to beat. So, welcome to Montana. We're gonna get camp set up and get something to eat. So we made a big long drive up from Utah, but it's all worth it because we found a beautiful camp spot here in the National Forest in Montana. We're not far from Bozeman, which is where we're going to be meeting up with Pete. So we've got camp set up, got a fire going, and we're going to make something for dinner and just relax. Good morning. So we just left that beautiful camp spot. What an amazing place. I think if we get a chance, we're definitely going to go back there. And now we're heading into Bozeman. We've got some stuff we need to do in town, and then we're meeting up with Pete probably later tonight, so we're excited about that. And then for the next couple of weeks, we are going to be working our way west, and we're excited to announce that we just found out that we are going to be able to go to the Overland Expo PNW, which is in Redmond, Oregon. So if you're in the neighborhood, come by and say hi. We'd love to meet with you, and we're really going to enjoy that show. And then our plan is to start heading north into Canada. We've had a plan for a while to do what's called the Trans-Canada Adventure Trail, and I think this might be the year to do it. That way we're staying in Canada fairly close, so we can help Caroline out with all the wedding planning and all that stuff, and yet be into some pretty crazy, awesome territory. So stay tuned. Big adventures ahead.
70 minutes away in a truck, so we couldn't pull out both trucks. So we just refueled them. I was driving the one truck, so just refueled them. And then they launched again, and me and Dave eventually made it. By the time we were done fueling, it takes about an hour anyway. And Dave made it, and then me and Kurt drove.
So we're in a line of about three or four trucks plus ours, and we're heading to the headwaters, which is the very end, Three Forks, the very end of the Missouri. where Lewis and Clark pulled their boats out of the water, and I think after that they went on foot and they bought horses off the Indians and so on. So Pete went with a group called Expedition 7, and these are extremely adventurous people. We'll tell you more about them when we can. And they've gone from the mouth of the Mississippi, so right by the ocean, all the way up the Mississippi to St. Louis, Missouri, and then that's where the Missouri River starts, and Pete flew into Missouri and joined them at that point, and then came up the entire Missouri River all the way from St. Louis, Missouri, through South Dakota, North Dakota, into Montana. Now they've come clear across Montana. They've got 12 miles left of river, and that's where we're driving around to meet them when they come out. They were just getting fuel and things like that. So super exciting time right now for Pete and the whole team. Congratulations, Greg, and all the E7 people. That is an amazing feat, what you guys just did. It's unbelievable. I think let's go welcome them home. After welcoming the team and a few family members who joined them for the last 10 miles or so, it's time to head back to the X-Overland Ranch, where we continue the celebration, gathering around a crackling campfire to enjoy s'mores, stories, and a slideshow from the River Expedition. The X-Overland Ranch stands as a testament to Clay and Rochelle Croft's dream to create a hub for overland adventurers. It is more than just a destination. It is a place where like-minded folks come together, forging new connections and rekindling old friendships. Here, visitors leave not only equipped with practical knowledge, but also inspired by the spirit of adventure that permeates every corner of the ranch.
Keanu Reeves does, you know, his hands are always like this.
I like this.
Placement value.
Kevlar simulated.
No, go ahead.
In the background you can see the whole team from E7. They just got off the most epic river expedition, and right now they're just they've got the boats and the trucks here, and they're just pulling everything out, cleaning up, making sure everything's out of the campers and the boats so they don't leave any articles behind. But yeah, it's been an amazing expedition for them, and a lot of fun to hear the stories. I believe they're creating a film at some point, so maybe a couple of months or a year off, but we look forward to that.
And leave them out of room temp for about 3-4 hours. And rubber drill gets hot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bit of a cool morning here in Montana, but we're all warming up by the fire here at the X-Overland Ranch. And it's been an amazing time. We've been here for 3 days and just spending time with a whole bunch of adventurers. You know, this place just embodies the spirit of it, of adventure and exploration. And actually, the amount of world travel knowledge in this room at this time is just incredible. There's so many people that have done expeditions all over the world. So we're just sponging it all in and learning as much as we can. And so if you ever get a chance and there's an event at the Ex-Overland Ranch, I highly recommend you come over here.
Introducing the all-new Ex-Overland Ranch, a place to come inspired and leave equipped. Our new facility outside of Bozeman, Montana, has been purchased for one thing and one thing only: to become the most advanced and inspiring place for global travelers in the world.
All right, so that's a wrap. It was a great weekend, a great welcoming back to the Overland Ranch there of the whole crew from the expedition, and everybody's gone home now. We just dropped off Pete here at the airport, and he's got a long flight. He has to fly to Seattle, and then it's all the way across, so it's a red-eye flight, but Dan will be there to pick him up in the morning, and he can get back on his sailboat. So lots of exciting things happening, and Carol and I are going to go find a place to camp. There's of all things, in June, there's a winter storm warning here in the mountains, so we may get some snow, but that's all right. We're going to find a good place to camp for the night, and then we'll decide what we do tomorrow. We might start pushing westward. That's
Hi there.
Wow, he's really growing up. You're getting big there, bud. How you doing, my friend? Good? So it was fun. We were trying to get together with Tanner and his family, but we probably won't have time to do it in person, so he just did a quick FaceTime call. We pulled over on the side of the road and said hi to him and his wife and to his 2 sons. And last time we saw him, his son was pretty much brand new, still laying on his back. Now he's upright and fully responsive to us, so it's fun to see that wonderful family and see their kids growing up. So sometimes FaceTime is better than no time at all.
Snow's really coming down now.
It's really snowing up here in the mountains, yeah. Let's see what we get. It's kind of unique for June, but look at that. All right, we've come up a little bit in elevation, but we're at the National Forest, so we're going to find a spot without getting too far in, because we have no idea what they're expecting for snow. We heard at 7,000 feet and up they're expecting like 7 inches, but we're not quite that high. But a little bit of snow already on the ground, so it's beautiful. Let's find a spot and get set up. So we just did the dumbest thing. I mean, we are all so exhausted. We've been driving and burning the candle at both ends, having a great time, but we actually left our camper up, and we drove for about 40 minutes down the highway with snow up into the mountains before we realized we hadn't retracted the camper roof. So no damage done. They say everything's strong enough that you can drive, you know, move around in camp and things like that. Don't go on off-road trails, but we certainly didn't do that intentionally. I mean, we got here and I was like, the camper is up. That's the weirdest thing. Anyway, I put it down now. It was, you know, it was fine, still on track, everything's good, but wow. I guess you got to do it once and that's it.
Yeah, we even went back and looked at the footage of like dropping off Pete at the airport.
We
and we're
didn't
like,
even notice
oh
at the
my
airport.
goodness, it's like right behind him.
Yeah, that was strange.
Oh, okay, let's just turn it back in and camp right here. time to change out of your flip-flops?
I guess so. Good morning. We're just leaving the Bridgers camp spot there, and the snow's starting to melt down here at lower elevations, but up high in the mountains, it's just the clouds are just letting some of that come into view, and it looks like they got a ton of snow up there, which is quite, I guess, unusual for June. I don't know. Maybe in the high mountains they get snow in June, but that's the first for us. But last night we dropped Pete off at the airport, and he had the red-eye flight back to Toronto, and he got there early this morning, and he said he got some sleep on the plane, so that's good. And then he had about an hour delay, and then a flight up to the regional airport near the cabin, and Dan was there to pick him up, so he's now currently on his way back to the island, and he's super excited about getting back there. Yeah, that's the plan. But in the meantime, between here and Oregon, we're going to explore a bit of Idaho. We've really only done the bottom part of Idaho and the top, the Panhandle, and there's a lot more to explore. So we're going to work our way west, going through Idaho. So it's going to be fun. We're going to take you with us. We found a beautiful spot here just outside of Missoula, Montana, but we're getting almost like hail or ice pellets. We had snow last night, and now we got accumulating ice pellets, but I guess that's about like in June, but probably be all gone by morning, and we'll continue our westward push. But it's a gorgeous spot here. Really neat rock formations and pine trees. It's beautiful. I'm just going to be doing some editing in here while the snow is falling, and probably be cooking inside tonight. But that's the beauty of having a truck like the Ross Monster. It doesn't really matter if you get into bad weather, you can be completely comfortable in here.
It's such a beautiful morning here in Montana. Just decided to go on a hike while Pete was doing some editing, and it is gorgeous here. All these like boulders are everywhere, but it is awfully quiet. I got kind of sketched out, so I turned around up the hill. So just a little 5K, but yeah, I miss Lando, because if I had Lando with me, I wouldn't even think about it. But just by myself or without Peter or one of the kids, it's a different feeling when you're in the wilderness. I guess it's good for me to get over some fears and keep my eyes open and observe, which is what I'm trying to do a lot lately, is just see how many animal tracks I can spot, or different game trails. It's just fun when you're out hiking new places. But yeah, so super happy for this morning and for another day. And in the meantime, we'll see you down the road.
Join us next week as we continue heading westward towards the Overland Expo Pacific Northwest encountering the incredible canyons of western Idaho and northeast Oregon.